What's up, everybody? Matt and Nuzzo are here at Reel to talk to you about the Quatro Wing Drifter. So these are Keith Tabul Designs, KT Designs. He does all the KT foil boards, surfboards, also does Quatro windsurf boards, and he's added the Wing Drifter as a wing sup in the Quatro line. So this, as you can see, has a lot of the DNA that the KT prone boards have. They kind of morphed it out and to make a dedicated line of boards that are really advanced, really awesome, great shapes, sizes. We have all except for the 5.6 here, starting at the 6.0 at 130 liters down to the 5.2 at 80 liters. That's kind of the full range of line. They all have the same shape. They come with a deck pad. They have a track mount system. We're using Future tracks. They're carbon composite construction, really stiff for their construction too, and also surprisingly lightweight. So the finish work on these are really impressive. KT's been making boards for a super long time of this style of construction, so he's got it dialed. He's got his factory dialed. So the production quality is really top end, very impressive. It's not the lightest production board on the market, but pretty close. So these, a 5.2 and 5.4 are actually the same weight, which was kind of surprising, but both these were 12.4 pounds, going up to 17.4 pounds on the 6.0 at 130. And the cool thing that I found from riding these is that they're really stable for size. So what's happening in wing boards is they're shrinking the boards down, adding a ton of volume, but then you're losing all this the fore-aft stability gets really wonky on a lot of them. So you're kind of like a cork and feel real wonky, whereas the Wing Drifter, I didn't feel that. And I think a lot of it has to do, he's kind of toned down the contours in the bottom. Those contours make the board take off easily, and also on touchdown it deflects off the water well. But really what he's done, he's got a very flat bottom. Okay, so from way in the back you've got the stepped tail, so you can pump it and come off the water easily, but it's super flat all the way through to here. It actually almost comes up a little bit with these bumps in the rail here, and then the rail again super flat on the rocker line, and it's real thick, and it's almost like downturned, so it's real concave in this part, so it's downturned. So I think it gives you a ton of extra stability because that rail just wings out. So for the size, they're actually a lot more stable than I expected. KT did put the handle in the bottom too. Some people like to have the handle so you can have the board and the foil upwind and then the wing downwind. I personally prefer to have the handle on the other side, grab the foil and the wing on one side, because then you're just taking up less space. But for ease of use, the handle on the bottom is pretty quick and go, you can pick it up and go. I don't know if there's much drag in there. It seems like there'd be drag with the handle on the bottom, but when I tested them, I didn't really notice, that it didn't feel like there was an anchor out the back, which is a good thing. So Wing Drifter's been a really popular board for us because of the stability per size. So everyone wants to go smaller, smaller, smaller. I want to have the smallest wing board possible. And what you're doing when you're shrinking the size is you have less swing weight, so it's going to turn better, okay? You're not really pumping that much. You're pumping some, to kind of connect bumps and stuff like that, but you're not pumping a ton on these when you're just regular back and forth riding the wing. But the shorter size is going to help with pumping, but the main thing it does help with is more concise turning. When you have a thick, high volume board, you're not going to feel the foil as much, so it's not going to be as responsive as riding one of his prone boards on the wing. But if you still want that security of the volume, you can definitely do that. The bigger sizes, 5.8 and 6.0, 5.8's 115 liters. Awesome boards that you can learn on, but then not progress out of and keep as a great light wind board if you eventually decide to go down for high winds to a small prone board, or even potentially the 5. This is a 5.4 over here, down to the 5.2 maybe here, or something in those sizes. So the size range has been really awesome. Having that range, the sizes, the dimensions, the volume, the stability, who they're made for, it makes sense. It's really easy to kind of pick which one's right for you. Also on this, you've got a really high quality deck pad and inserts, which is a great add for any wing board. The inserts are designed for offset, okay? So you're riding like you would ride a surfboard, where you're gonna have the inserts being offset. You can do straight line as well if you want. You could potentially set them up as windsurf straps if you wanted to, but it's gonna be kind of a weird angle. But really what it's designed is to be straight or offset. So you're riding it regular or goofy. If you're riding it regular, you're gonna put your foot strap over on this side here. The deck pad is pretty aggressive, okay? So this deck pad is, when you're on your knees and you're learning, it will tear up the tops of your feet. He did cutouts so if your feet will hang off the back here, so your tops of your feet don't get that scalp by it. You do have a nice kicktail here too. I just warn people that these deck pads are really grippy, which is awesome, but not so awesome for your first few sessions where you're on your riding on your knees a lot, learning to get on the wing, dragging your feet, getting up and down. You will get some chafe from this pad at first, so having you know, a wetsuit on or booties is going to help kind of reducing the chafe. I personally like having more grip. I don't want to have a pad that's slippery, so I'd rather have more grip and deal with the chafe than have a slippery pad that's not going to provide much grip, but also less chafe. So overall, the wing drifters by Quatro are a very impressive product. The sizing's right, the construction's right, the weight is really competitive, and it's just an all-around great, amazing shape that works really well, is balanced, and is stiff. So if you want more reviews, you want to check us out online at realwatersports.com, or if you have questions as to what one's right for you, give us a call at the shop, 252-987-6000. See you guys on the water.